Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the YouTube Editor's Perspective podcast. Okay, it's been a little while, and
we can blame Mike's stupidity.
It's good to be back.
Let's give a warm welcome to our resident idiotic founder.
Yeah, so...
Yeah, I want to hear this. I
went through a little bit of an ordeal last week. So...
I want to move closer to the mic. You're a little low.
Well, I'm using a headset, so...
Oh, now that's a little better. I'm using a headset too, and I'm just fine.
I don't have my thingy set up. Hold on, let's see.
Don't have your thingy set up.
Microphone...
It's louder. Now there's more background noise.
There we go. Better?
Now there's a lot of background noise.
Better?
Now it's adjusting. It's auto-adjusting, and it's better.
Okay. Alright, so...
Ooh, a little loud. You're peaking now. Oh, that was awful.
I don't like you right now. There. I'm keeping it there.
Yeah,
whatever.
Fine. BG talk.
Yep.
Alright, BG's kind of low in comparison, but it's
whatever.
Fine.
Just...
Whatever.
So anyways, I recently just moved down to Columbus for my job, which actually I just started this week and has been going pretty good.
Yeah.
But, so...
That's the good news.
When moving down here, so the moving day was stressful in the beginning before the bad part of the story. BG, you might find this funny later on, but
I know he will.
So I go, wake up at 9 to go get the moving truck. It's not there.
Ooh.
I'm just like, you gotta be kidding me. And apparently, 5 trucks weren't there that other people that had to come get. So I was pissed off then. I was calling around everywhere trying to find another truck because I had people waiting at home, people waiting in Bowling Green, and people waiting down in Columbus. So it was just like a whole mess. I'm just like, of course. Of course this would happen to me. And finally, the place that I originally got the truck, they had the truck, so I went and picked it up, loaded up in back home in Brunswick, and then drove to Bowling Green. And my mom, her and my friend who I'm staying with right now, and his mom went down to clean my place up and stuff before I got there, and then I went to Bowling Green.
Yep.
Well, I get to Bowling Green, and my mom called. Whoa!
Oh, no.
And my mom calls me, and she's like, Mikey, you can't live here. I'm like, what? She's like, you can't live here. I'm like, Mom, whatever it is, you're probably over-exaggerating. She's just like, Mikey, the power is out. Everyone's outside. We are the only white people here.
Wow.
Let's go visit the place originally.
Oh, no.
It was winter. And Mr. White Suburbia doesn't exactly know what looks like a bad area and what doesn't.
Of course, because Mike, exactly. He's never been in a bad part. He's never been from a bad part of town. There are signs when you're from it. I'm sure BG can agree with this. There are signs that stand out in a certain area that make you realize you know where you are.
Yeah.
So
if you see a lot of burned out houses, you get out of there. There's a lot of boarded up places. That's not where you want to be.
The complex itself was not bad at all. The place was not bad at all either. But and since it was winter, everyone was inside. So I didn't really see. And the 2 ladies that actually work at the place were actually kind of nice. But, the power was out. Everyone was outside. Everyone was just sitting on their stoops. And it was just like... My mom was just like, it was all black people. And if they weren't black, they were Puerto Rican. It was just like... And I was just like, Mom, you're probably over-exaggerating. But I guess, looking around, there's been evidence... There's, evidence of people trying to break into other places, windows broken in, screen doors... definitely had, damage of someone trying to pull them off or something.
Yep.
And, everyone was watching my mom and her friend. Just, they were under a microscope minute they drove in. And then, actually, at one point, too, my mom said she was, in the house.
Yeah.
And some guy walked behind our house and was looking in the window.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so...
These are white people here.
And so my mom, at one point, just, just to preface this, my mom and dad, they don't really get along at all anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And my mom called my dad.
Oh wow!
to have him,
that's a bad neighborhood right there.
to try to have him persuade me, and then like, then they set up something where my best friend Ian lives here, and that's the mom that I was talking about, or my mom's friend. Yep. So they had it set up where I put all my furniture in his older brother's garage, he's going to OSU for med school, and I would like live with Ian. Mm-hmm. So I feel like utter crap at this point. Like, I just feel like I'm sick to my stomach. Like, the whole truck thing was awful, and then now it's just like I'm destitute, essentially.
Yeah.
And I have to try to break this lease, which, like, I tried, I went there saying I want to break my lease due to, safety concerns. That's not an excuse. So and they weren't willing to negotiate. So I was just like, well, shit, went to a lawyer, tried to see what my rights were. And she's like, yeah, they're going to be dicks. Actually, the thing, too, about this place, like, when I went to ask if I could negotiate, they were like, it's out of our hands. The people that own the place in New Jersey, all they care about is the money. Mm-hmm. I was like, well, okay. Then I called later and asked if I could get in contact with these people, and they're like, well, we're not at liberty to give out that information. We'll call the office and see, corporate office, and see if they will. It's like, okay, so I decided, take matters in my own hands. I looked up the company, LCL Management. I'm like, okay. Then I was looking for a contact page. There was no link to any contact page on their website. I'm like, okay, that's weird. I Googled their contact page. It was blank.
Oh.
Mike.
So,
this is the kind of thing you do before you move into a place.
Yeah, but anyways, so, I mean, after I did all that crap, I'm just like, well, I have to find somebody to sublease this place. That's like my only option, or to take over my lease. So I put a posting on Craigslist.
Find some other sucker to take my fraudulent lease.
And thankfully, I got replies on the first hour.
God, people are desperate nowadays.
One of the people that, replied in the first hour is a group of 3. They're the ones that took my place. I got out of the lease in a week.
Good. Congratulations, dude. Yeah. That was a miracle.
Yeah, so right now I'm still on my friend's couch. However, one of his roommates is leaving at the end of June, so I'm going to be taking his room.
All right, man.
And then they have one more month in their lease, and then I have a month to actually really look. But yeah, I was looking up, like, after, like, the fact that I'm in my friend's house, I was looking up, like, the crime in the areas, or in the area. And, like, there's just, like, multiple break-ins and burglaries. There was a shooting, like, really close to where I was going to live. And, like, every person I talked to from Columbus, like, I explained the story. They're like, where are you going to live? I'm like, it was, like, near Cleveland, this road called Cleveland Avenue. I'm like, oh, by Cleveland Avenue? And they're like, oh. I'm like, why didn't I do this before? Every single person, like, oh, God, why? Why'd you go there? I'm like, I didn't know.
Wow. You stepped on that white in house of yours. The world's a very dark place. I had to go more than 3 blocks away from my suburban home. Not crying.
What's funny
is this what the world is like?
You see, what's funny is, because of my past experiences living in such areas when I was, in my youth.
Oh, yeah.
I'm currently hunting for an apartment upstate for school, and, like, I found 2 places instantly that were cheap and that offered great, all utilities included, fully furnished. I'm like, this sounds great. This is $295 a month, everything included, and I'm only a mile and a half from school. That sounds great. I do my research. This is before Mike told me what happened to him, by the way. So this is just me, myself, an intelligent, person, I guess. And
every place is safe.
And it turns out that both of these places are apartment buildings in the projects of Syracuse. And, like, I Google Earthed it. I did zoom ins. I zoomed in on a crack deal.
You see the Google van, there's 2 people on the sidewalk, like, looking like, uh-oh.
They zoomed in, and there was a guy with a hood talking to another guy with a hood, and it was like, it looked sketchy as hell, because it was like on a street corner, and like by a light post. And if 2 guys meet up with hoods by a light post, that's a meeting spot. Yeah.
Actually, my mom's friend used to live, like, in the projects when she was younger, and she's like, Debbie, this reminds me exactly of when I was a kid. The place I was going to be moving into. So yeah. But you know what? I'm actually into like the rent I'm going to be paying here is like immensely cheaper. So I'm going to be paying like I think $500 over 2 months when I was going to pay $900 per month. So, but actually, I kind of felt bad because like the people they said like, yeah, we're going to take the place. They signed over the lease. I still have the keys, and I was trying to arrange a meeting with them, and I didn't get to actually give them the other 2 keys until today, or yesterday. And it was 2 guys and a woman, and the 2 guys were security guards, so I figured they could handle themselves. I wasn't like, I didn't feel as bad for leaving that place with them.
Yeah.
But I guess like my mom accidentally left some clothes at the place, so I went and picked those up, and then I also wrote them a check for their first rent. That was like bargaining chip that I was having to try to get the place out of my hands quicker. And the lady's just like, because I listed in my Craigslist post that I was leaving I wanted to get rid of the lease due to personal reasons.
Oh boy, Mike, no.
And
no.
The lady, like, this is after they signed the lease, so there's nothing she could really do besides...
You woman!
She's just like, so, was the reason were the personal reasons like the area or anything around here? I'm like, oh no.
You're awful. You are.
Oh my god.
I said like it was more or less due to family reasons, and then I found a better situation with friends, which actually both cases are true.
No. Yo, you didn't tell any form of truth. You just told half-truths. You neglected to state the actual reason. You just stated subliminal reasons.
Exactly.
Wow.
They did not ask for my personal reasons when they went to look at the place.
Get into politics.
Yeah, get into politics. I agree.
It's out of my hands, so I'm happy.
Wow. She's gonna walk into a violent rape.
That's horrible.
Yeah, it is, isn't it, Mike?
Oh no! Hold on.
But yeah, so that is why I did not record a podcast, or I wasn't able to record a podcast last week.
Sorry.
It was.
Hold on. Speaking of walking into violent rape. Here.
Wow, that's a segue.
Here. Speaking of that image.
Good old sloths. But so yeah, that's mostly been like, goddamn, I found out because like, that whole week, like I had nothing to do really that week too, which sucked because I was gonna use that as to get acclimated to Columbus.
Meanwhile,
I spent it trying to pass off my lease, which it paid off in the end. But like it was Saturday night or like Saturday afternoon. When, because like I think the day before I was looking around for like cheaper places to live that were in better areas.
Yeah.
That search didn't really go well. There's like 2 places that looked okay, so I was all bummed out about that. However, the people that took it like emailed me while I was out, and I was emailing them the entire time I was out looking. And the next day I showed them the place, and they're like, "Yeah, we have a few more rounds, and then a few more places to go, and then we'll get back to you today." So I'm sitting here online. And I see my phone buzz, and I think, it's my roommate Dustin was down here, and I just like look at it, and it's just like, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and take it. And I just scream like, yes!
Wait,
and
I'm not getting what just happened.
It was just like when they said they would take the place, like just from like sick to my stomach to immediate like elation.
Oh, okay, I got it.
Like yeah, and I was just like, and Ian gets back. I'm like, they're taking it. He's like, yeah, we're drinking tonight. Just because like that whole week, like I felt like crap the entire week.
For good reason.
My stomach was just like, no, you're not drinking. Like you're not doing anything.
There's no such thing as what's fun. You can't have fun. You're an idiot. You don't deserve to have fun.
But yeah, so that is my story. So you guys had a few stories before we get to E3. This might be a longer podcast. So
yeah, it should be a longer podcast. Yeah. Well, no, I don't really have any. I have many stories about my experiences watching E3 because watching E3, I watched the Xbox One by myself because it was early in the afternoon, and my buddy Brett, me and him were gonna hang out and watch it together, but he got a call from his prospective job, saying they had a change in their personnel restrictions, and they wanted to talk to him about him getting him back into a spot that they promised him 2 months ago, but they turned him away because the day they were supposed to tell him his hours and wages and everything like that, they went on a hiring freeze. So I guess they had a small lull in that. So they immediately got him into the office on that Monday to have him sign, his initial paperwork and get him started.
Cool.
So he starts his job on Monday. So he's very happy about that. But so that my plans for E3 changed from hanging out with my friends all day to I only hung out with Brett after the fact for Ubisoft and
yeah. And we'll get to that though, just because I want to save all the E3 talk for that section. But BG, you had a story or something?
Okay, so DA went out to his convention today. Ugh, whatever.
Bronycon?
Yes, it's Bronycon.
Okay.
It's a pony convention. No one
I figured.
So he left out at around 12. He sends me this text about an hour and a half ago.
Oh no.
Flat tire by a farm. Had to do odd jobs for a spare tire. I milked 3 cows, baled hay, tilled the land for tractor, and rode a horse for the heck of it.
Oh my god!
No.
He milked a cow!
Yes, he did. And then I was like, he comes up with these stories so many times. I'm like, I can't even tell if you're lying. He was like, no, I'm not lying. I already fell off the horse. Almost got Christopher Reeved.
Oh my god! Next episode, he needs to go over that in full.
And he's getting ripped apart.
Oh my god, that is fucking hilarious.
He's getting ripped apart. Hold on.
DA the country boy.
Milk and a cow. What?
Oh my god. Okay, is that all?
Yeah, that was it.
Okay. Wow. Yeah, that's definitely being explained next week. So, yes, moving on to what we want to talk about. E3 happened all this week. And I gotta say, as far as games and stuff coming out, this was a very good E3.
Oh yeah,
Immensely
it was way
good.
better than last year.
Yeah, way better. I think we even called that too. You're saying that this one was crappy, and then this one would be amazing.
Yeah, Ralph was really advocate about it. About he can't wait for the next one so we can see these new consoles and everything.
Yeah. But so I guess starting off, the beginning of the conference, this was my first day at work, so I had them record the Xbox One.
Mm-hmm.
And Xbox One. Get it? But
Xbox. No, see the funny thing is, Xbox One, PS4 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard that joke about 15 times.
It's Xbox One, PS4. Yeah, that's how it is.
But Xbox started off, and they said it was going to be about the games, and it really was.
Oh yeah.
I gave them that. They follow at least their word on that, but that was basically just damage control.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is too, a lot of the games that they showed, were they're good and interesting, as far as creating buzz and news.
Well, Microsoft's good at that, but
Metal Gear Solid,
which isn't it multi-plat?
It is.
Yeah.
I wish people would stop treating it like it's an exclusive.
Microsoft started their thing with Metal Gear Solid with a multi-platform game. It seems odd.
Were you guys upset when you didn't hear David Hayter?
No,
I like Kiefer Sutherland as.
I was completely fine with the voice.
What's his name now? It's Betrayed Snake, Punished Snake.
Yeah, Punished Snake.
Punished Snake. I like it because it's not Snake's been hurt. I'm guessing they're gonna run with his vocal cords were crushed and now he has a fake voice or something like that.
If anything, I wish they would have went with a completely different character.
No, I see what they're doing here.
No Snake at all.
No, I see what they're doing here. At the end of this game, I'm going to assume we're going to see, in the end, it's going to be Solid Snake coming in to kill Big Boss. That's
I wouldn't mind that if they had David Hayter as that, as a surprise. That'd be cool.
I think they're building that buzz for it.
unless this ties into the Metal Gear Solid universe in some
does.
way,
No,
I
it
don't.
does. This is the establishment of
Outer Haven.
Outer Haven, yeah, of Big Boss as basically a bad guy in the eyes of the American government.
Okay.
Because think about it.
That's where the Metal Gear games come into play.
Exactly. And there's already rumors that the kid Ellie, the blonde one that they saw, there's rumors that that's actually Liquid.
I can see that. But yeah, moving on. They showed that. They showed Halo 5, which they're going the Call of Duty route.
They showed a really tiny trailer, which actually annoyed Kevin. My buddy Kevin had to say that he was excited to see another Halo game at E3, but was ridiculously disappointed that Microsoft decided to portray Master Chief as a Haji.
I got a very Star Wars vibe off of it.
I kind of did too. Like, the thing is too, like, the Halo had like this weird, like, believable sci-fi to it.
Yeah.
Like the lore of it. That trailer I didn't feel that.
No.
Like that looked like a Reaper.
Well, it's a teaser,
did.
so whatever.
Thing is, yeah. I think 343 kind of didn't expect Halo 4 to be as well received as it was. So I kind of got from that trailer that they kind of don't know where they're going with the game anymore.
They should have called it something besides Halo 5. It's too early.
Well, no, it's called Halo.
As of right now, it's just self-titled Halo.
Okay.
Which technically is not a title of any. Yeah, because the first
Halo
game was
Combat Evolved, Halo 2, Halo 3. Yeah.
So Halo has not been used, which, yeah, whatever. But what else was shown? Actually, that Spark game looks pretty interesting.
The Spark. It looks like a more.
It's majority of the Kinect game.
It looks more like a more open Little Big Planet.
That's what I got that vibe too. Like a Little Big Planet, very creative type vibe from it.
Yeah.
You're talking about the Roman game?
No, it's like a Kinect game where you essentially build your own game.
I apparently was.
That in black announcer with him.
Yeah.
Just rock and roll. Oh my god. Setting the race back there, buddy.
Then the Roman game.
Rise.
Yeah, that's
Rise.
Yeah.
Do.
I got Gears of War meets Assassin's Creed. That's what I got from it. Or I mean, not Gears of War. I got
God of War meets Assassin's Creed. Agreed.
I got Heavy Rain from it with all the quick time events.
Well, that's what I got. Like that's why I say Assassin's Creed because it was always about countering. And God of War had quick time events as well.
That's a dedicated counter button.
Well, no. I'm saying it's a mix of that, where you have you in Assassin's Creed you wait to counter, and then once you counter, it goes into a quick time event like God of War.
Okay.
That's why I say it's a combo of those two.
It looks doo-doo to me.
It does. I agree.
It looks very slow paced.
Yeah, Dark Souls.
It's Dark Souls.
Yeah, it's Dark Souls.
That's a game you buy to punish yourself.
Then Killer Instinct, which I think all of us guessed was the rare game.
Oh yeah.
I enjoyed it, but now it looks very garbo.
No, I was gonna say from a fighting game perspective, I was gonna say what you thought of it.
Okay. The visuals look good, but not the character designs. It looks very clunky, like they sped up the animation to try to make it look smooth, but it looks very bad. Fighting gamers are playing it, and they're saying it's pretty good, but, it's early and whatever.
And they're probably getting paid.
They might be.
I mean, that's what happened with a lot of, the MLG game shooters for Halo 4. They got paid to play the game, but now that they're not being paid, they don't play it anymore.
Of course.
They just got paid to promote it, essentially. But, I'm trying to think, what else was announced that was, big?
Dead Rising 3.
I didn't like
they're going in a new direction with it.
Well, yeah, because the game, someone put it really well. I forget what it was. Might have been, it might have been BG, where Dead Rising is to zombies what Saints Row is to Grand Theft Auto.
Oh, I retweeted that. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, like that's how I felt like Dead Rising was, because it was very comical.
Yeah.
You
Oh
just
yeah.
the whole reason
Over
for
the top.
having hundreds and hundreds of zombies on the screen was to kill all of them
Yep.
in the stupidest way possible. It's like you could put chainsaws on a moose head and wear it and charge through zombies, like and all that, or like get on a lawnmower and start running them over. And now they're trying to make it all gritty and serious. And the thing I read, I think it was today or yesterday, something that really pissed me off about what the developers were going for.
Oh, I saw this.
Yeah. That they specifically are trying to target the Call of Duty audience.
Ridiculous.
Wait, say that again?
I had a string.
The reason they made it more accessible and gritty was they're trying to target the Call of Duty market.
Yeah, I had a string of tweets about that.
Yes, you did.
It's stupid. Like
I agree with you. The Call of Duty fans are just Call of Duty fans. They are not gamers. They are Call of Duty fans.
That's right. It's a separate
they may
existence.
buy another shooter. They may buy another shooter, but they primarily live for Call of Duty. And anything that's not Call of Duty, they're not going to look twice at. Nobody's buying Dead Space because it's more like Call of Duty. No, nobody's buying that. It's not Call of Duty. They don't care.
Exactly.
But these stupid developers want to say, "Oh, that market's, it's so big. It's the biggest market out there. How can we tap into that market? Let's make it more like that." And it's just not working, and you're making your game worse because of it.
Maybe if you called it Call of Zombies. That's about it, really.
Zombie Ops.
Yeah, Zombie Ops.
Zombie Ops.
Well, no, they already have zombies in Black Ops, so it's they already got that market cornered. But I can't really think of anything else that was like super huge as far as
Titanfall,
Forza.
Titanfall was really cool looking, though.
See, I want a Mech Warrior. That's like the mech game that I want.
I hear you.
Like, I love Mech Warrior.
I'd rather just
a
have
lot.
The
that was the pods from Yomicon. Those were fun. But
they better be back this year.
I hope so. But and I mean, really, is like I said, like it was all just the games as far as Xbox, and
they also had that Insomniac game that looked really good.
Didn't they have like a Oddworld? Like
yeah, they have. It's a remake of the original.
Oh, okay.
No, I thought that was the PlayStation one when they were talking about all the indie devs that they had. Are you sure?
Well, no, the Microsoft mentioned indie. Oh, Minecraft was coming to Xbox One.
Who cares?
There's a lot of Xbox gamers that play Minecraft, dude.
Yeah, there are.
And with all the memory and stuff, they'll be able to make the worlds bigger, and
infinite like the PS3s, like the PCs apparently.
Yeah,
it's going to be the PC game on the Xbox One.
Something that freaking bugged me about all the freaking videos they played is, they played the whole trailer like full screen on the TV, and then when we would get like to the end where it'd be like, blah de blah, and then it would go to the subtext, they would zoom out.
That would infuriate me.
Like that's what happened with Minecraft. It was like Minecraft, and it said bigger worlds, and then it zoomed out to a large pan of the stage. I'm like, I
think that was Ubisoft's, or was it EA's entire conference?
I could imagine.
One of them did the entirety in a zoomed out screen, and it was infuriating.
Might have just been Spike, but
no, I was watching it on PC. I was streaming it. I was streaming it via IGN, and it was like that.
Okay, but then the other thing. I mean, they had a whole bunch of other little games here and there, but like the big thing that they did not mention was, of course, all the crap that people were complaining about.
And for good reason. If you I don't know if you saw this yet, but Microsoft has what's his name, the head of the game thing said, if you want to play offline, we have an offline system. It's called an Xbox 360. I read that and I just I facepalmed and just shook my head like, you guys have got to be kidding me. Hashtag deal with it.
Yeah, exactly. The stupid thing is that Microsoft just fired the head guy behind Windows 8 because he made stupid PR decisions. Now this!
Microsoft, yeah, this guy needs to boot after that one, because that was bad. That was awful.
is, oh my god, and like the whole thing is just like, some people are nuclear subs. I don't know what that's like, but you probably don't have good internet there, so we have the 360 for you.
Oh, God.
Like, yeah, that was
So actually, it was a lot more
so...
rude than that. It was more along the lines of, "Oh, we brought up that it was brought up to us that somebody was on a nuclear sub said, what if I want to play a game?" Well, he's like, "Well, I don't know what it's like to be on a sub, but the Xbox One will be there when you get home." It's like, dude, you're talking to people who defend your freedom because you live in our country still, you moron.
Yeah.
That's how you talk to the soldiers? Like, that's just like that's supreme disrespect.
I also have to say, the people that talk about the online 24-hour check-in. Go ahead, Ralph.
No, I'm just saying, like, my friend Kevin did not respond kindly to that comment.
Yeah.
Hearing that said was just like, really?
Did his rating go back to fuck bees?
No, it went on fuck bees. It went to Hawk missile inbound.
All right, go ahead, BG.
Yeah, the people that was saying that the online check-in thing is a very big deal, they just don't seem to get it. Internet does go down. Even if you've got like the best internet in the world, anything can happen to your cables. Like I've tweeted this 1,000 times. Our internet was out for 7 days, even though our power was up. And it was in the middle of the summer, so no school. I didn't have a lot of work. I didn't have houses or businesses to work on. So I'm just sitting at home a lot of the time. And during that time, I would read a book or I would play my game.
Yep.
And if I got the 360, I can't do that.
The one.
The one.
The one, my bad. I can't do that.
No,
like,
it's awful.
So yeah, then Ubisoft and EA had their press conference after that. Pretty much the only thing, like, I didn't watch them. The only thing that I got from EA was Battlefield 4.
Oh my god, Battlefield 4 blew my mind.
It looks really good.
It looks intense. I've been watching the live stream.
Oh, wait. Oh, wait, I forgot. Okay, I need to go back. The two things about the Xbox conference that made me laugh. When they had that Crimson Dragon thing.
The Crimson Dragon order.
Whatever. Yeah. Did you hear the people in the audience?
No, I didn't.
Like, the people in the audience were going like, pew, 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 as they were firing lasers and stuff. And, like, that, and then, like, the Battlefield 4 thing that they had during the Xbox conference.
Oh, yeah, that was
oh, my God.
So awkward.
It was so hard to watch.
What? I had to leave the room for a second.
Like, the guy, like, after the trailer finally played and he started talking again, he was pissed. Like, he just had the most fucked up look in his face. He's just like, I don't want to be out here anymore. Like, and I have to explain.
Like, I guess I'll see you later. And then he was like, oh, we are running it now? I left the room for a second. It was so... Oh.
But yeah, so... I mean, PlayStation had problems with Assassin's Creed as well, but we'll get to that.
Oh, I felt so bad, actually.
But
at least they actually are a good, respectable game company.
Yeah,
that happened during your presentation is awful. I felt bad for them.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, Battlefield 4 looked. I mean, from like the stuff that I've seen, looked really good. And then
falling skyscraper to make your game complete.
Yeah. Then Ubisoft.
No, you're skipping something, my friend. Mirror's Edge.
Meh.
Oh, y'all. I really liked Mirror's Edge.
Mirror's Edge 1 was alright. I couldn't really get into it.
I really liked it.
I do admit that the animations that I saw from this one looked pretty interesting.
They also had that Plants vs. Zombies game. What? Who's gonna play that? Garden Warfare.
It's mobile. It's a mobile game. Cell phone people will get it.
But it's Garden Warfare. It's a big thing.
Garden Warfare. Ugh.
It's a third-person shooter.
I'm not gonna get it. Like I said, I did not see those two press conferences.
Don't see that game.
Yeah, it's a waste. Like the only things that were really good was, again, really Battlefield, I guess, Mirror's Edge. What else? Oh no! Ubisoft actually had Watch Dogs.
EA showed off Titanfall some more.
Titanfall, but Ubisoft showed off Watch Dogs, didn't they?
Yeah. Oh no! The two games that from Ubisoft that looked really interesting to me. Well, Watch Dogs has still had my interest.
Oh, Watch Dogs looks amazing.
The Division looks really good.
The Division does look really good, and also does The Order, 1886.
Oh, that's PS3.
Oh yeah, right. I forgot about that. Was that?
But, yeah, it is. The Division though, like I went over the trailer and I was talking about it with one of my friends. They actually like went into detail. There's one point where the guy's behind the car and they're getting shot at. The bullets going through the glass look amazing, and then as he's moving across the car door's open. He closes it. Like, just the attention to detail they have for, like, certain little objects in the environment. And considering it's an MMO, like, how much of the stuff is interactable, that's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, it is.
So, I mean, that looks really awesome. But yeah, Watch Dogs has still looked awesome for a long time. And then, at the end of the day, was Sony. And
we're not going to talk about the utter fail, in my eyes, of Rocksmith 2014.
Go ahead. I mean, I didn't see it, but...
The guy up there looks... You need some, Corey? Right there. Clipboard. Clipboard. Right there.
Okay, so we're going to have another addition here. Brett just got home, and he's going to get on Skype, and I'm going to add him in here to talk about this. And I actually want to make sure he gets in here for a reason. Originally, after the conferences were all over, not the conferences, the shows were all over, he was a supporter of the Xbox One.
Oh, boy.
So now, that after E3, after it's all said and done, he is now a solidified PS4 believer.
Definitely, but go ahead and Rocksmith while we get him in, BG.
Okay, so the guy is up there. He's always like, "Oh, you guys want to hear me play? All right, cool. You guys know this number? He plays a number. All right, cool." And he just kept saying it. He felt very awkward to be on mic. And Rocksmith, I can't believe that game is still being made. I understand it teaches you the guitar, but no one gives a crap about that game. It's just another beat game. It was also the Trials, whatever.
Oh yeah, the new Trials.
What?
I mean,
those Rooster Teeth. Nobody else cares.
Yeah, I mean, those will get the downloads and stuff. But yeah, there really was that much else besides we get to Sony.
Yep.
So their conference definitely started off slow.
Oh yeah.
They showed some stuff for PS3. A few other things, the Vita, and then they went on to the movie stuff, which was just so like
ridiculous.
Yeah, people were like, I think a lot of people were like timing like get off. However, I did like their wording. It's just like stuff tailored to the gamer.
The thing about
they
the
made
Sony
a
press
point
conference,
about that though.
The thing about the Sony press conference, I think it was a complete kick in the balls to everything Microsoft had done.
Oh, dude!
Oh yeah,
in
definitely.
This conference, and like. You guys spent your entire reveal talking about movies. This is how you do it. 15 minutes, back to the games.
I think that basically at the end there, it was just like,
no, we'll get to the end. We'll get to the end. Hold on.
I'm saying by the time that the conference was all said and done, it was more like the fact that, oh, Microsoft, you guys are putting out a console? No, we thought it was a VCR.
Yeah, but then they got back to the games, and then they had. Well, the two bigger announcements besides Destiny at the end, but like what else? I mean, I'm trying to not say those, but what?
Second Son.
Yeah, Infamous Second Sons, Killzone.
Killzone, The Order, Mad Max.
Yeah, The Order looked really good. As far as it looks like a steampunk Left 4 Dead.
Mike,
with werewolves.
There he is.
As opposed to zombies.
All right, so yeah, I'm bringing back in our old buddy Crimson, my buddy Brett, in to talk since we're talking about E3. He came into E3 after the Microsoft conference, so. But he saw the Microsoft conference. Brett, you there?
Yeah, can you guys hear me okay?
Yep.
All right, cool. What's going on?
So we're talking the Sony press conference right now, and I think we're getting to a part that you will like. So
hold on. I want to talk a little bit about Infamous.
Go ahead.
This game
did look
looks
amazing.
Amazing to me. Like, I can't wait to play that game.
I'm lagging.
I probably wouldn't call it the game of the conference, but it's probably the top 3 games I saw.
Mm-hmm.
That's it for me.
And we're back. Sorry. Stuff lags.
Blame Mike's internet. That's just as shitty as his decision skills.
Oh, be nice, Ralph. Come on, man.
No, he deserves this.
Yeah,
No,
he
he
does.
doesn't.
No, he
I
does.
do. I do. Like I can even say that I do for that.
Alright.
I'm guessing you know the story then.
I got the gist of it from Ralph. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you can if you want to hear hear it in detail, you can listen to the beginning of this episode when it's uploaded tomorrow.
You suck, Monster.
Or Mike
Oh.
can just
So now
take
the- so
10
now
minutes
everybody knows your
time after the
situation.
podcast to tell you.
Yeah. But anyway, so yeah, we were left off on Infamous.
Okay. So the
Yeah.
game looks amazing. I wouldn't put it in like the top. I wouldn't put it as the best game of E3 that I saw, but definitely top 5.
I agree with that.
really want that game.
I can agree to
That
that.
looks good. I like the new powers and like
Oh,
how
yeah.
it gets around and stuff. But yeah, then they had I forget his name, but the architect behind Final Fantasy VII and Kingdom Hearts come on, and he's just like,
No, what's his name? No,
I feel like Kingdom Hearts should be a whole nother topic right now.
don't worry.
That deserves its own topic.
But so yeah, it's like he announces like Final Fantasy versus 13,
the
which
the best part of the whole situation was he was like we see the Square thing come up, we see him talking, and he's like I have a great exciting thing to show you guys, and it's versus 13. It's been in development hell for like 6 years.
well, and then like we pretty much all predicted, it's been changed to 15, Final Fantasy 15,
No, I kind of had that figured.
and it looks very good. It looks very
I
good.
give it that. It does look really good. It's the things the Final Fantasy that we need after the debacle that is 13.
Yeah,
When
and
we
then
get to the next, oh boy, I gotta tell you what happened with DA.
Yeah, we do.
But, oh yeah, and then like and then he's like, I hope you guys enjoy the newly rebranded Final Fantasy 15, and we also have something very special. I'm like, as soon as you said it, I'm like,
Oh,
When-
yeah, you want to talk, Ralph? What was my face like when
When
that
he
happened?
said that, Brett literally like did like the he tucked his head back, raised an eyebrow, looked at me like really confused, like could this be? Like it's like that I don't want to believe it face, but could it be?
As soon as
And
he
then-
said he has a new trailer, I was like, damn,
No.
this is Kingdom Hearts 3. He was like,
And then
no.
when the Disney logo popped,
Yes.
Brett
Oh, God.
straight up, his face turned purple. He bit his knuckle as hard as he could to stop himself from screaming inside of Mike's house, and lost it.
I
What
was
DA
so done.
what DA did was when he saw the Disney logo, he like squealed a little bit and shook his hand.
I think we all squealed inside a little bit.
He was sitting on the couch over there, and he jumped up and walked towards the computer. He was like, and he was seeing all the Kingdom Hearts games that came out. I'm like, this might be that HD collection. He's like, oh, then you know what? It might be, but they're going in order. I don't understand why they would do that, and these games aren't included. So then he sees Sora pick up the.
Sora comes flying through the screen. I was like, yeah.
He sees Sora pick up the Keyblade, and he's like, okay, I really wish I had played Dream Drop Distance so I would know if this is just part of that game.
Oh,
Then he sees it fighting, and he's like, okay, maybe this is something else. Then he actually sees the 3, and he screamed. Screamed. People outside looked up at our house. Because he was screaming so loud. He screamed and jumped around.
I can't
Jump
believe
around.
He was like, give me a date, give me a date, give me a date.
I can't blame him for
Didn't
1
say
second.
anything. And then
Yes.
he was like, DJ, you don't understand. I'm getting a PS4. This is just happening.
Oh, you didn't hear the Kingdom Hearts 3 is coming out for Xbox One also.
That's not confirmed though.
Yes, it is.
Yes,
It
it
is.
is. Okay.
Yes, yes.
Because from what I heard,
Not that anyone's buying an Xbox, at least not me.
no. From what I heard, they hadn't put pen to paper on making it exclusive, but I'm not 100% sure on what.
Oh, that might be.
That kind of cheapened the Sony their conference a little bit after the fact, which I'll get to once we actually finish talking about the Sony thing. But yeah, I flipped out as well. Like as soon as I saw the Disney logo, I was like, and then like as I was like going through the games, I was like, and then Sora flew through and like that. I love the new color scheme.
I do. I love the art direction they're taking. I absolutely adore it.
Definitely.
And it was just like, as soon as they happened, I was just like, yes! The thing is, I'm wondering about this game, too. I think we've talked about this before, and they actually had an article on it. They asked it's like Netsua something is the guy's name. And they asked, since, Disney has acquired all these new properties, will Sora be going to a galaxy far, far away?
I was gonna bring that up too because I forgot to mention Disney owns LucasArts now, so
They also own Marvel. Let's not forget that.
That was the other EA game. Okay,
Tetsuya Nomura.
Nomura, there we go. But he's like that's not out of the realm of possibility, but we'll see. So I mean, they could have I can imagine a Wreck-It Ralph world definitely coming out.
Oh, I could definitely see Wreck-It Ralph.
Oh yeah, that's probably going to be a part of it.
I watched.
Thor ran into himself because he's a video game character.
I'm just picturing like Sora wielding a lightsaber keyblade and just like the ridiculousness of what that implies.
I actually don't think that's actually going to happen. I was watching a Sony like media event thing during E3. They were interviewing Nomura about like Final Fantasy and Kingdom Hearts. They asked him like, you must wake up during certain days, and you lately, and you've been seeing how Disney's been making all these acquisitions with big companies. Marvel, LucasArts, and he's like, so do you like get up, make phone calls to Disney and see what they'll allow you to use in your Kingdom Hearts? He's like, yeah, I basically do that. If I wake up and I see that they've made this acquisition, I'm told they make this acquisition, I immediately make a phone call, because every Disney trademark is a possibility to be used in Kingdom Hearts, and we weed it out through the ideals, through the idea of the what do they call it, the brainstorming sessions of what will work for worlds. So, and then he says some what do they call them again? I'm forgetting the wording.
Companies.
Some name titles like Star Wars. Some names they give them like the okay instantly. Some of them they just flat out say, no, that's never happening. You can't have this. And I think that was a nod towards everybody talking about Star Wars. I doubt that that's going to be implemented into Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah.
I kind of hope they don't, because I feel like a heartless Darth Vader would be really stupid.
It really would.
I'm just saying.
I agree, but
the ultimate dark side. Darkness.
Did they say anything about Marvel?
They did not say anything about Marvel. No.
I would really love a negative zone.
I've seen something about them making an Avengers world, like all of a sudden Sora flying in from the black hole when the aliens.
No, that's garbage.
If they did that, I'd probably get mad.
That's garbage. That's just New York. They need an actual like location, like the Phantom.
I'm reading the comics, and everybody's like, "Oh, I want to see Sora fight, Thanos. I want to see Sora fight." Like fight alongside Iron Man and Captain America. I'm like, that would not be cool.
But let's get back though onto the conference. So they announced that, which was
before you move on, I really would like a nod to the Kingdom Hearts. What was it? Chain of Memories with the cards, something with Gambit. I just like a nod like that.
Maybe like a chain accessory or something. But that's most I would care.
Oh, it will probably be just like a nod. Cameos or nods. Of certain people.
Yeah.
Apparently, he says he wants to add more Final Fantasy characters to be to be part of your party.
Man, that is a great idea.
I'm so tired of
rather than just always having to have Donald and Goofy standard in certain in like all the worlds.
I mean, the only one that they've had as your partner is Orin from 10.
Yeah, they said he wants to add more.
Because he hates Donald in those games.
Yeah, he wants to add more, interchangeable people. Like you can bring people interworld.
I see.
You bring people out of worlds, you mean? So
interworld, like you enter into different worlds, like interworld.
Oh, okay, yeah. But
yeah,
I mean, I think that's
saying. He was saying that he wants to explore that possibility, but in the end, if it's viewed as something that wouldn't work for the canon, then they don't do it. But he said that's definitely something he was looking into for this game.
I think that's a really great idea. Cause
I would personally love that. I would grab Cloud instantly.
Most people's arguments against Kingdom Hearts is all like, oh, I don't want to have to, fight with Donald and Goofy. Disney, it's so lame, blah, blah, blah. I'm just like, okay, well, they're pretty badass if you ask me.
No, he hates Donald because, if it's a fire enemy, Donald will use fire like an idiot, and he hates it.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh, Kingdom Hearts 2, the secret boss of the Neverland. What was that?
That's Kingdom Hearts 1 you're talking about. That's the ghost. It's 1.
Oh, it is the ghost. See, you're right. It is 1.
That was the
and you can only damage it with a certain magic spell.
Okay. And then there's Donald flying around shooting every random magic spell in the book at it.
Yeah.
But all right, so let's continue though with the press conference. After that, did they have any other games?
Watch Dogs.
They ended with
Destiny.
Well, I know they ended the Destiny before that though.
Well, no, Mad Max
up on PS3, didn't they? And
between,
Mad
I believe.
Yeah.
But but before they did Destiny,
they did Battlefield 4, didn't they?
Yeah.
No. They did. That was Xbox.
No, they did Creed 4. I know that.
Oh, they did Creed. You're right, which got cut off like 3/4 of the way through.
Yeah.
But gotta give it this. It looked visually amazing, and it looks like the movement style they kept from 3. Now, I'm gonna put this out there like this.
You're getting hope.
No. 3, mechanics-wise, was great. Physics was great. The plot was awful, and it was really glitchy. Now, that was basically just because of the engine running on the current gen systems. From what I was seeing playing Kingdom Hearts 3.
On the brain.
From playing Assassin's the only thing we could think of at this point.
From playing Assassin's Creed 3 was basically, it seemed like they tried to do too much. They went the Bethesda route with Assassin's Creed. They tried to do too much with the little engine, and it made the game really kind of glitchy. It kind of looked like, from what they were showing, that maybe the mechanics they're trying to use and the physics they're trying to use on this engine for the next gen may make it a better game. The game that 3 should have been. That's what I'm hoping for. Do I have confidence in that fact? 50-50 at best, because 3 was a really giant letdown. And they did announce 4 really quick. Now, I'm kind of hoping that maybe, they're just taking the core mechanics from 3 and just I'm forgetting words a lot right now, and just recycling them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I'm hoping for, just to make it a better game. I want a good Assassin's Creed game, I really do. And it seems like Kenway is an awesome character. Like, he's a dark Ezio. That's what I see him as right now.
I mean, he definitely looks a lot cooler than Connor. I'll give it that.
Yeah, he looks like a really dark version of Ezio. Like, oh, I'm a pirate, but I'm still a badass, womanizing, awesome guy.
You said gameplay in Creed wasn't that bad, right? That was your comment?
In Creed 3, yeah. The gameplay, like the core mechanics of the gameplay, the ship combat was amazing. Yeah. And like a whole bunch of other stuff. Yeah, definitely.
Was all great.
If you guys noticed in Creed 4 that the seamless switch between being on land and being on ship, I really like that. The fact that you could just jump on your boat off some cliff and just start going at it,
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was really cool.
Like, it seems like with this current engine, they can do everything they wanted to do with 3, but just were unable to because of the engine holding them back.
Okay. Yeah, alright, but we gotta get to the nuke that Sony dropped.
Oh boy, they just...
No, they didn't drop a nuke. They dragged Microsoft onto the stage, tied and blindfolded, and repeatedly punched them in the groin.
No, they double-fisted them. They just
it's all
them
true,
over
though.
and double-fisted them.
Like, yeah, immediately Sony's just like, and they even hinted at it earlier in the press conference too, when the Japanese director came out and said, like, we've been paying attention to social media and we've been paying attention to like what you guys have been saying. Okay, bye. And I was just like, wait, what? You're just gonna say that and just walk off? But then he came out later. And he's like, no use game fees. When you buy the game, you can do whatever you want with it. You can, sell it. You can sell it. You can do all that.
The commercial.
How does? Oh no! Well, I'm getting to that in a second. And then it's like you don't have to be online to play any games. There's no required check-in. If you're offline, you can play your games, no problem. And then the price.
Oh, that was the big
prize.
One.
Yeah, I mean, they announced all that stuff. Xbox was announced at $500. They announced the PS4 at $400.
Yeah. I was expecting it too, because I was like, "There's no way." They learned the hard way that no one's going to pay $600 for a system, especially right off the bat. It's not worth it.
The thing is,
they're going the Nintendo route with their system. They're going to take a loss on the console.
No, they're not going to take a loss because the console sales they did a study on the manufactured parts, and it's like $325 to make it.
Okay, so they're making a profit of like.
The thing too is they own a main core of their product, which is Blu-ray.
Yeah, I would say with shipping and everything, they may get like a $20 profit per console sold, maybe.
That's a lot of money.
Which is still a lot. You sell a million copy. I mean, you sell a million consoles off the bat, and it's $20 million.
They've just released a new statistic that now that E3 has ended, they have now completely boosted their expectation of first week sales.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Some pre-orders online for the PS4 are just you can't get it.
They're actually saying the executives at Sony are saying it's looking like we might not be able to produce enough consoles that are being pre-ordered even right now.
I think the PS4 is going to be like the Wii.
Yeah, that's actually the comment that was said in the article I was reading about them boosting their sales expectations. They actually said this might go the way of the Wii, and they might outsell their need.
Yeah, like you won't be able to find one for like 2 years.
Yeah,
unless you're like a savvy shopper.
Well, but Sony will pump out enough of that to meet demand.
Oh yeah,
because it's Sony. That's not Nintendo. Sony's a manufacturer. Nintendo's not exactly a manufacturer.
I don't know if they'll pump it out enough for the pre-orders.
No,
within 6 months they'll have enough for everybody.
Before summer 2014.
Oh yeah,
everybody will have their console
if they want it. Yeah.
But and then they showed off Destiny right after that, which again is another smack in the face of Microsoft. It's like, here is the company that built you.
And it's about built us again. That game looks insane.
Yes.
It looked like the vibe I got from it was a grittier Borderlands.
It looked like Halo Borderlands.
It's the main theme that I keep saying is exactly like G said. It's Borderlands mixed with Halo. That's what I keep seeing a lot of.
Yeah,
and it looks really good. I'm not even a person that likes online.
Some people are saying, the way they reload is like Halo. It seems to play a lot like Halo.
Who gives a crap?
I don't want to play another Halo game, but it's like, dude, Halo is a good game.
Yeah.
So they take the Halo mechanics that work and build it into this amazing game. Where's the problem?
I don't see it.
Yeah, like the thing is too, this is the company that made the good Halo games.
Well, Halo Reach is arguable at that point. So was 3, but yeah.
I'm still saying 343 doesn't know how to make Halo. But so yeah, like they dropped those bombs, and it's just like, goodbye Microsoft at that point. And then that ends day one.
He said Mike's exact words to me on Facebook as we were watching it was, now Sony's just pissing on the grave.
Yeah.
It was bad.
And so next day, and this sucks for me just because next day, it was Nintendo's Direct that they had. And pretty much a lot of the games they were expecting, but the big one, of course, was the new Smash Bros.
Of course.
Mega Man.
Yeah, and then that was the big thing. They got Mega Man, which I think has been, besides Sonic...
He looks too toony.
It's the NES version.
Yeah.
I know.
It's pulled from that version.
I know.
To
that's not the version of Mega Man that I really enjoyed. I like the animated TV show version a lot better.
The EXE or the X?
I thought it was really funny how I thought it was really funny, and this could have been a rumor and maybe not a complete fact, but they're having the Wii Fit lady.
Yeah, no, she's in it.
She's in it.
No, it's confirmed. There's a trailer and everything.
Was so funny.
The trailer was actually pretty goddamn funny too.
I didn't like it at first, but thinking about it, I really do like it.
It's like a Game & Watch.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like an out there character.
It's worse than a Game & Watch. You get killed by the Wii Fit lady. You have another.
She's doing like push-ups as her moves.
But the one thing that I found very the reveal trailer for it is actually kind of funny because it has the Wii Fit game and it shows her doing a move and it zooms out into TV and it shows Mario, Link, and Kirby all trying to do the move.
Yeah.
And then it zooms out a little further and she's right there and then she smashes them. But they announced her, they announced Mega Man and the villager from Animal Crossing, which I actually Mega Man's really cool, like all the stuff they showed. And actually the trailers are pretty sweet as far as the cinematics and stuff on them. Just me being the Zelda nerd, I'm like, dude, Link's hair's so wavy.
Of course, that's your first idea.
But the reveal trailer for Mega Man's fucking awesome. And the way he plays is really cool. You know how most in Smash, pretty much the standard A attack is a punch?
Yeah.
That's Mega Man's is his blast. It's the Mega Buster. It's literally his move is pretty much his borderline A moves are like you're playing Mega Man. You run around and you shoot and you jump and it's like you're playing Mega Man. You just keep tapping A and you keep shooting, and then his over A smash is a charge beam.
I feel like it's gonna be way too close to Samus though.
It's not like the way that in that aspect, yes, but like all of his other moves are based off of the Robot Masters from Mega Man 1.
Are any other Mega Man characters going to be in there? Because there were some other really cool ones too.
I would love if they had Bass in there.
I don't think so.
Wait.
Because
there's no clue. We don't know yet.
I mean, because it's based off of the NES Mega Man, so it might just be him.
Love Bass. Bass is my favorite Mega Man character.
Why can't Capcom treat Mega Man with any respect like Nintendo does?
Yeah. But the Villager actually looks really sweet too.
Oh yeah,
like,
he looked it.
I was looking into his moveset, and I mean, he uses like all of his tools from Animal Crossing, which actually I just got the new game for DS, and it's actually really fucking fun.
People are just eating that up.
And like one of it, like the coolest thing that he can do, which I can see is especially with like a Mega Man or a Samus, any projectile he can grab,
Really?
throw back at people.
Oh
like,
yeah, you're right.
Since like the whole point of Animal Crossing is gathering things and stuff, and selling crap. One of his moves is just literally grab whatever's in front of him and like store it. Like if there's like an item in front of you, like an item capsule, like a Pokeball, you grab it and you just kind of like consume it, and then you can throw it.
You're not going to throw
Zelda
out there.
Zelda was able to do that too, though, with his chain. Zelda, wow, Link was
Wow.
able to. Yeah, shut up.
Watch your front door. Mike is already on his way.
Link was already able to. Oh, don't say that, because Zelda was like my favorite character to play.
No. Wait, what?
He called Link Zelda.
No, not grab a person.
Yeah, he was not able to. I thought he was able to grab items in front of him with the chain.
I don't think so.
I think he could actually.
I thought he could too.
I'll have to double check that. I have Brawl right here, but yeah, it's like,
you do.
well, no, not even just items. Like a full charge beam from Samus, he can grab and throw back at Samus.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, like, and then like I think like his strongest move is he plants a tree, and then it grows, and then you just have to like go next to the tree like later on in the match, and you chop it down. You have to make sure someone's in front of it.
Okay, so it's basically like a snake where he's sitting there crawling on the ground, and all of a sudden it's gonna
Yeah,
be
I mean, like I know. I think his down A smash is like it's like a pitfall trap. You literally like shovel the two spots next to you, and if a person's next to you, they get trapped in there.
Okay.
Well, like DK's like bottom smack thing. If you're right next to him, you get pounded into the ground. And as far as the Wii Fit trainer, I mean, she's like just an acrobatic, smasher.
She appears to have a dodge attack.
Yeah, she's gonna yoga you to death.
But yeah, and I mean, like she seems like more of a typical character as far as they're unorthodox, but punch, hit, stuff like that. Whereas Mega Man and the Villager have they're very unique. And I'm assuming Sonic's gonna be back. Of any of the
Sonic will be back, Samus will be back, Link will be back.
No, they've announced a whole bunch of other characters. They have Link, Mario, Pit, Bowser, Pikachu, Samus.
Oh, I still hate people who play Pikachu.
Fox, Kirby,
Fox, and Donkey Kong. And I think there's like 2 or 3 more, but
that was it.
But I'm assuming I think Zero Suit Samus is going to be back because they showed Samus's charge.
Yeah.
Hyper Beam Final Smash again. So I'm assuming they'll have Zero Suit Samus again. But I'm assuming Sonic will be back because of that exclusivity deal that they have with Nintendo.
Yeah.
And
I'd prefer if they put Knuckles in.
I would
Knuckles.
love if they put Knuckles
I would
in.
love Knuckles.
I mean, I would
as
love
long
it.
as it's not silver, because it's no use.
No, Silver.
It's no use.
He's doo-doo.
That's
But and I mean the other things Nintendo announced to me, Mario Kart, the new Mario, 3D Mario 3D Land,
Nah.
which I was hoping it'd be more galaxy based.
The only thing I could think of when I saw Mario Kart was why aren't they making another F-Zero?
That's the one thing, and I was very disappointed that the retro game was another Donkey Kong game.
I wasn't surprised, to be honest.
I was really hoping for Metroid, but
They just came out with the Metroid too recently. Donkey Kong is not really as.
they just came out with 2 Donkey Kongs, dude.
Did they really? When?
They came out with Donkey Kong Country Returns for the Wii like 2 years ago. They just ported it to the 3DS.
Right.
So there's
How
been a
long ago was the newest Metroid?
3 years ago.
Really? Are you sure that there was a newer one already?
It was my sophomore year.
By the way, DA hated Bayonetta 2. Continue.
Oh, I expected him to.
Yeah.
Was it what they showed, or was it the fact that it has multiplayer?
No, it was what they showed because she cut her hair, and the source of her power is her hair. Her suit is her hair.
Yep.
It doesn't make any sense.
Bayonetta. Of course they did.
So yeah.
I'm gonna get it. It looks good.
No, it doesn't.
Wonderful 101. That looked interesting. And then what else did they show?
Oh yeah, Disney does have Pixar, don't they?
Uh-huh. Disney has Pixar, so
Incredible stage is coming.
We could see Incredibles. We could see an Up stage. We could see Cars.
Toy Story is coming.
Toy Story will be in it. Toy Story will.
Oh
be.
yeah, that probably.
Finding Nemo is probably going to be in it.
I would shoot myself.
That can that can replace Atlantis, and I'd be okay.
Yeah, it probably will replace.
All right, I'm gonna. I know it'll sound weird coming from me, but to step away from Kingdom Hearts for a second, something else that actually really excited me that I saw was the fact that the voiceover for the companion of the Warlock in Destiny, the companion is voiced by one Peter Dinklage, aka Tyrion Lannister from Game of Thrones.
Nice. He's probably going to be playing the main villain in X-Men.
Really?
Yeah, he's going to most likely. He's been cast as the inventor of the Sentinels.
Oh.
Okay.
But anyways, let's
getting a lot of airtime because of Game of Thrones.
Actually, speaking of Game of Thrones, going back to
no, well, wait. I want to wait till like.
I was also only going to make a reference to Super Smash Brothers, and it's only because of Proceeds here, and I've been talking about this for a while. I think a really great matchup would be Silver versus Ned Stark in Super Smash Brothers.
No, but Ned Stark would die at the end every time.
Yeah, but it's no use.
Anyways,
please move on.
Yeah. So
Right.
I'm trying to think of some of the other things. I didn't see all the Nintendo thing because I was at work. I was going into the bathroom just to look at Twitter.
They announced Pokemon had a new type, a fairy type, which is supposed to be the strongest type.
It can kill dragons. Jigglypuff's a dragon slayer.
Yeah.
God.
People were like, "What? That doesn't make any sense."
They announced they're changing up the formula a little bit. They announced the Sky Battles, which only flying Pokemon and levitating Pokemon can do, which is interesting. But the coolest thing was the Horde encounters. I liked what they showed you, fighting off a pack of Houndours.
Yeah. They also showed Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze.
Did that look interesting at all? I didn't see it.
Yeah, it's a Donkey Kong country.
Okay. Yeah, I was disappointed it wasn't Metroid. I was not happy. Still, to me, well, okay.
I don't even think Metroid is in development right now.
It's not.
Because
they're still in planning stages for trying to increase the world.
Yeah, because Reggie, I believe his name is. He kept
Reggie
there was this interview, and he kept talking about the people that want the Wii U are the people that are playing our core games, and he listed off every game they have except Metroid, which just tells me that they're not even thinking about the Metroid right now, or that it's not anywhere near development.
Yeah, they said the creator of Metroid, what he was saying was like bounty hunters.
Yeah,
how they had all these other characters out there that they want to try to make a game that incorporates the bigger universe that Samus resides in. But yeah, all in all, it definitely. I was hoping Nintendo would drop some more bombs. Wind Waker looks beautiful, but and actually that's one of the games that they're having at Best Buy, so that completely justifies me going on Saturday. But
speaking of that, Mike, your little Best Buy areas for the Wii U are being assaulted by Microsoft employees.
Really?
Microsoft employees are showing up at Best Buys all over the country and talking to people about the Xbox One. Some are in plain clothes, some are wearing a Microsoft t-shirt or a pin. They are going around the country and ask people, "Oh, what are you lined up for?" "Oh, play the Wii U." "Oh, why are you getting that, man? You should get the Xbox One."
They're really trying hard.
It's exploding all over 4chan.
That's pretty funny.
I saw it on John's Facebook earlier today. I was just dying. people are taking pictures and videos of these people, and it's just like,
There's
yeah,
just a funny GIF. I need to
they're
try.
that desperate. They're that desperate.
I think it was John that posted it. Or no, it was on Twitter. It showed it was the scene in the Final Fantasy 15 trailer where the one guy like taps the main character on the shoulder and shoots a dude in front of him, and then they like high five.
Yeah.
The main character had a PlayStation logo on him, and the other guy had Reggie Fils-Aimé, the president of Nintendo of America, and then you hold up a gun that said "Use games."
Oh, I saw that. Yeah.
And then they high fived.
They are Nintendo and Sony are both just completely slapping the shit out of Microsoft.
And then Reggie came out and said that if you're so concerned about used games, people buying used games, maybe you should make better games so they'll want to keep them. Which is just further just slapping people.
I didn't hear that. That's a fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I didn't hear that one either.
But yeah, I mean, like as far as out of E3 as a whole, I mean they've been announcing stuff all this week, and it just ended today. Definitely Sony was on top. I think there's no debate on that.
No, it wasn't.
There's no debate on that. Nintendo, I'm going to put a notch above Microsoft.
I'm gonna put it below.
Just because, for me at least, I mean they showed all the games that they said they were going to show, and I feel like with their Nintendo Directs they can still show more. I was disappointed, but Microsoft still is refusing to admit they're making mistakes with this whole thing. And like a lot of the games that they showed, I wasn't really all that interested in.
I agree with that.
I'll
So
be
you-
honest, I haven't watched the Nintendo conference.
It wasn't a conference. It was just a live thing.
Yeah.
It was like
okay.
a live stream and then like many mini shows throughout the entire
Yeah,
convention.
Nintendo didn't have enough for an actual conference. They just did a bunch of separate little things to show all the details they wanted to show.
I mean,
Because they'd already shown off their console. They'd already done all the big info. They didn't really say except for the little info to throw out there.
I mean, like, I think Nintendo would have done a lot worse if Microsoft had a better conference. I mean, that's obviously dumb, being said, but, like, because I thought Nintendo was really premature with sending out the Wii U. It's like they just did it, like, randomly. It's like I mean, people were expecting it, but it was just, like, at a random time. It's like I didn't know what they would, like, announce, what they'd have to announce other than, like,
The
games.
big thing, I think...
So far,
like,
they just done on a console. There's nothing really for it yet.
I think the
so-
big thing that happened, in all honesty, just from taking a step back, especially with this E3 and looking at it, like Nintendo, as far as making games and stuff like that, they do not follow the same practices as the rest of the
No.
greater gaming industry. That's very evident. If they feel like a game's not ready to come out, they're not going to force it. They're going to push it back, which is what has happened with a lot of their first party titles, Pikmin,
Yep.
the couple of Mario games and stuff like that. So when the first-party titles aren't there, the third-party developers start to lose faith and start pulling stuff.
Yeah.
That's what's happening.
EA.
Okay.
EA, which, like I said, they were freaking wishy-washy.
Yeah.
Like, we're not making games. Nintendo sucks. Oh, yes, we are making games.
So they don't want
I-
to burn that
basically-
bridge.
Yeah.
Well, because it's EA. Let's just leave it at that. But
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of this E3, from what the big consensus is on all the sites like IGN, Game Trailers, all that, here's what the editors really had to say.
Yeah, I think actually... Oh, go ahead.
Microsoft was focused on selling you their console. Sony was focused on getting you to not buy Microsoft because they're jackasses. Nintendo was focused on showing you fun.
Yep, that sounds about right. I mean, I think from like what I read and stuff, like the most talked about game was Smash, as far as all the games at E3.
No.
Actually, Destiny won that over.
Oh yeah,
Destiny
I think
has
definitely
actually won the
that.
title of like most visited
Anticipated
game
game.
booth, most anticipated game. It was the most talked about game and most attended booth of the convention.
Okay, I saw a statistic online as far as like what people are looking up online, and it was Smash at the time.
Well, it says nobody could actually watch a convention of Nintendo's. They had to like kind of actually search for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But when it comes to actually E3, Destiny came away with like a fully decorated war hero. Like Destiny, like the Facebook page actually posted a picture of their booth, and it's littered with the E3 awards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's littered with it. There's poles in the front of their walk-in area. They're just covered in the stickers of awards or magnets, whatever they were.
Yeah, I don't doubt it. And I'm a huge Borderlands fan. This could potentially be a much better Borderlands. So like
Yeah.
I'm
And
so
luckily enough,
looking
it's
forward
not
to
a
it.
loot-based game. It's got loot aspects in it, but it's not a loot-based game, which makes me very happy because I get
still
bored
think the power
of
of your
loot-based
guns is
games easily.
I still think the powers of your guns that you find and stuff like that are still going to mean a lot. I think there are legendary guns in that game.
Oh, there will be, of course. I just
And
can't wait. But thing is, I think even a decently evolved first tier weapon might be able to do just as much, even as like a later tier weapon.
I mean, we'll see. I'm
Because
sure
you
there'll be
evolve
like,
your gun the way
I don't know if there's
want
going to be like
play
hard
it.
modes or anything like that. So who knows? What we only have so much information on Destiny still.
Agreed.
We saw gameplay. It could really go anywhere. I mean, most of the information I've been getting is off of DestinyNews.com. They seem to be really the guy who runs the website seems to be really good at putting all the data that's out there into one place.
Right.
So I guess if anyone's listening who's also really into Destiny, that's definitely where I'd go check it out. That's what I've been using at least.
Right.
Mm-hmm. But BG, why would you put Xbox over Nintendo?
They just had games I was more interested in. That's all I gotta say. There was only thinking about Nintendo. Pretty much all I really cared about was Smash. I didn't really care about Mario Kart either.
Mm-hmm.
And if that's the case, I was interested in Titanfall, even though I don't like first person shooters. I was interested in Titanfall, which is
Titanfall.
very great.
Give me my Gundam.
Oh, the other thing that I just thought of. Crap, Witcher. That was the other thing at Xbox.
Witcher. Oh, actually, no. A big shocker for me, actually. Sorry to interrupt you here. ESO for PS4.
Elder Scrolls Online. Yeah,
For
absolutely.
the PS4. I did not see that coming.
It's for both consoles actually.
Is it? I thought it was just
Yes.
PS4.
No, it's Xbox One as well. I
It's
don't know
multi-
if it's going to be
cross-platform.
cross-platform. That was not. I don't know if that's been cleared up yet.
It'll
But I have
probably-
a feeling it's going to be.
A lot of these games are going cross-platform.
Right. So
I think
Which makes sense.
like Defiance is like the archetype for that whole thing
Yeah.
right now.
yeah.
But yeah,
I
like
it will be.
yeah. Proceed. You said your rating was like mine. It was Sony, Nintendo,
So
Xbox.
Nintendo, Xbox, yeah. Because Xbox,
Okay.
while they focused on games, they didn't really show actually any core gaming stuff that I was interested in. Yeah, they showed Halo, but it was like a 10-second cinematic of Master Chief facing a Reaper with a hood. Big deal.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this: Microsoft got me more interested in their games than Nintendo did. Like Sunset Overdrive, I got really interested in that.
Well, I mean, I think the big thing of that was, Microsoft had a press conference and Nintendo didn't.
Yeah,
I think that was probably a big aspect as far as you.
Well, another thing you have to consider with Nintendo is that probably the majority of their revenue comes from handheld devices, and in that regard is the only reason why I would put Nintendo above Microsoft because
Man, 3DS is killing it right now.
Oh
right.
yeah.
So that's a huge part of what Nintendo is. Like
Yeah.
they don't really have much competition when it comes to handheld devices, if you don't count like the iPad, which I don't. So, I mean, in that regard, that's the only reason why I would put Nintendo above Microsoft.
wait, how are we talking about just for the E3 or as companies now?
I'm talking about I guess E3.
Oh no, I understand you're in general. I was asking what the question was in regards to Mike.
Well, no.
If it's just E3, I'm putting Microsoft above it. If it's overall, then Microsoft is lower based on all their bad press and everything.
No, just E3.
Yeah, just
What they
E3.
showed at
Just
E3.
E3, I got to put Microsoft above Nintendo.
Okay, that's understandable. But actually, BG, I guess we'll end it with this because I think we've been going well over an hour as far as the last recording, the oopsie of me losing a connection. But so I just pulled up because I wanted to make sure as far as my statistics. We asked who won the last generation with the 360, the PS3, and the Wii.
I actually am doing a video on this, and I had a system in place for who I think wins. I'm not going to use that winner though. I'm just going to leave that aside.
But
my favorite console from this is the PS3, simply
well, of
based off
course,
the exclusives.
yeah. I mean, same thing with me for Nintendo, and I just wanted to be sure it was the best-selling system as well.
The Wii?
Yes.
Oh, without a doubt, it's like 13 million more
definitely.
than the other two.
Mm-hmm. And you know, most people would say, "Oh, the Xbox sold more than the PlayStation 3." It did until about a month ago.
Yeah, it's part of it.
PlayStation 3 just passed them up for worldwide sales.
That's mainly because everybody's mad at Microsoft and they don't want to support a company that is shitting on them.
I also believe it's because of the exclusive that Sony continues to put out, like The Last of Us.
I would probably, I would actually say that I will actually probably agree with BG right there.
DBG.
I'm gonna agree with DA here that he should totally milk more cows. And no, BG's right. I think like Last of Us has spurred on a big console sale.
Beyond is also coming out later this year.
2 Souls 3, but from what I'm seeing, like that game is very back and forth. It doesn't seem like we can actually figure out what the hell is going on.
I think that's the press of it, though.
Yeah, I think it probably is a press maneuver, but I know a lot of people are really confused because before it seemed like it was more about ghosts, but now it seems like it's like a military thing. Like
I think
what the
that's
hell is
when
going
she's growing up. Because, like you said, you're going to go through her entire life, basically. So,
right. The gameplay they showed just looked gorgeous.
Oh, yeah.
It looked like Metal Gear without guns.
Like I said, if Last of Us didn't come out this year, that would be the far and beyond winner for a game of the year for me, without ever touching it. Because it looks just that good.
Oh, man, Last of Us. I can't wait to watch Mike play that tomorrow.
I actually went and reserved it the beginning of this week, just because
Unfortunately, the GameStop by me isn't doing a midnight. The closest game doing a midnight release for Last of Us is 7 miles away. So Mike decided to say screw that and just pick it up tomorrow and play. So I look forward to watching him play the hell out of that game tomorrow.
It's gonna be awesome.
But yeah, so I say.
But hold on. I'm going to put this out there because we've been talking more about this, but so Brett, your big hits of E3 in total, like Microsoft, EA, Ubisoft.
Oh, let's also do the games of conferences.
Because Brett wasn't here for the first half when we talked about Microsoft, EA, and Ubisoft. So
are we talking about in like any specific order or just games?
No, we talked about it in order, but for you, just make sure you bring up each company and focus on the company, then move on to somebody else.
I'm gonna do top 5 games for me.
I'll try and do a top 5 if I can. Top 1 was definitely Destiny. I think that game looks amazing. I think it has so much potential. I really like the idea that it's going to be cross-platform, so I can play it with my friends who, if they decide to, buy Xbox One or something. I like the fact that you have like those public events that they're gonna have going on and stuff like that. Just in every aspect of that game just looks just really right on the money. Number 2, I'd probably have to put Battlefield 4. That game also looks so good. I like the fact that they're bringing back Commander mode. Hopefully, as a Battlefield 4 fan, hopefully they don't give it to some noob in the game and I'm going to lose because of the fact. But, that's obviously a side issue. I think the game itself looks amazing. I love the destructible environments. I had another for lack of a better word, Squiggle moment when when the building collapsed and everyone.
I think that's the title. Squiggle moment.
When my friends bring up inside jokes on the podcast.
But yeah, when the building collapsed and it's like, you're sitting there on the building and everyone's like, oh, get out of the building, it's going down. I was like, oh my God.
Meanwhile, everybody dies and that building comes down.
Oh my God, it's amazing.
And then it brings sea down into the waterfront. Oh, it's going to be so much fun.
I like the fact that, you can bring a tank, if a tank's if you're like in the subway or something like that and there's a tank above you, you can see for the thing and the tank will come down and you just blow it up. That's going to be so much fun. I'm just trying to think. Yeah, everything about that game just looks really spot on, too. Number 3 has to be Kingdom Hearts. I'm sure we beat it to death at this point, but God damn, I can't wait for that game. We've all been waiting since 2006. There's been more memes on that game than like anything else I think I've ever seen. Number 4. I'm trying to think. I think Infamous Second Son looks amazing, and I think I'll definitely give that a try. Trying to think what else I thought was really awesome. Oh man.
The Order, Killzone.
I mean, The Order they didn't really release that much of The Order, but all I really got of that game was its, steampunk super technology versus
Titanfall.
Titanfall looked really good, but if it's an Xbox One exclusive, right? So
yeah, it's PC.
Right. So maybe I'll check it out for the PC, but I don't think I'm gonna be getting an Xbox One. But it still looked amazing. Don't get me wrong.
Watch Dogs.
Yes, thank you. There's my number 5 right there. Watch Dogs. Easily, hands down.
That game's
man,
is it coming out this year?
It is.
Oh no,
November.
This year's gonna be stacked
for everything. Like it is like that. That's like that is one of the main people that Nintendo still has as far as third party. Ubisoft is going hard for Nintendo.
Yeah,
which is good.
Yeah.
When I get my hands on Watch Dogs,
it's over.
The dot hack fan in me just loves the idea of being able to take control over everything.
Electronics, reading,
it's like
hacking. Okay, the cops are after you. Let's just kill this entire city block's light infrastructure and just dark everything out.
Yeah,
and then beat the hell out of everyone. Shoot them in the knees. I can't wait.
Yeah, there you go. That's definitely my number 5, and I don't even know if those 5 games are in any specific order.
Yeah.
But those 5 games are the ones I'm probably looking forward to the most.
Yeah, I got my 5 right at the top of my head.
Oh yeah.
1 and 2 easily. 1 is Smash Bros. 2 is Wind Waker.
Of course.
Definitely. 3, definitely Kingdom Hearts. Just like the sheer, like Brett said, we've just been waiting for so long. Just the
7
sheer
years.
excitement of like that game being announced was just awesome. Number 4 is definitely Watch Dogs.
Oh yeah.
And then 5, like I haven't really read up a whole lot on Destiny. I need to, so it's not really up there for me. So Division would probably be 5 for me.
Division.
How do you not know more about Destiny?
No.
I agree with Brett. No, you need to learn more about Destiny.
Sorry about that.
Destiny is actually rated Game of the Year, even though it's not even out yet.
They're
already saying it.
I've read Grand Theft Auto 5 for that.
What I'm reading from IGN and the ratings it's getting, they're saying that Destiny is going to be the game to beat in that release year.
This year is going to be stacked.
Yeah, but that's my 5.
I guess I'll go. Before I go, I'm going to mention 2 things. I found the tech demo for the Dark Sorcerer hilarious.
Oh, that was so funny.
That was just awesome. 2, we never talked about the trolling video with the PS4 and their used games thing.
Oh yeah.
The sharing game.
Yeah, they released a video. Sony did. It was like right after the press conference. It's like, this is how you share a video on PS4, and it's like step 1. Share the game, and it's just him editing the game. The other guy says, "Thanks." End video.
Okay, my 5. Number 1, probably Metal Gear Solid 5. I've never played a bad Metal Gear, even though I hate it too, because of Ryan. It still looks absolutely amazing. It being open world, just Number 2 probably be Infamous Second Son. Number 3, I would probably put as Watch Dogs. Number 4, probably Destiny. Number 5 would probably be Smash. Yep. That's what I'm going to go with.
All right, proceed.
Top 5 games of E3. Number 1, Destiny. 2, Kingdom Hearts. 3, number 3 is actually a hard choice for me.
Titanfall.
No. I'm actually gonna go with Watch Dogs for 3.
I forgot what was the game. The Division.
Yeah, no. 3 is Watch Dogs for me. 4 is The Division, and 5 is Titanfall.
Okay.
6, Diablo 3.
Yeah.
Oh, Blizzard, you are such a disappointment. Blizzard really is a massive disappointment.
Actually, this a bit of news. You see that they literally went back to the drawing board for their MMO?
Yeah.
Yes, I did. This is nothing new with them, dude.
Yeah.
Do you know how long it took Diablo 3 to actually get into its final mode? A long time. StarCraft 2, longer. StarCraft Ghost. Who remembers that one?
I remember that.
Who remembers Ghost?
I remember StarCraft Ghost.
Yeah, development hell for like 6 years, and they finally dumped the project when the 360 came out.
But yeah, so all in all, this was a very good E3.
Oh yeah,
from all cylinders, pretty much.
Even if everybody else's conferences sucked, Sony having Kingdom Hearts 3 would have made the night still even probably the best night ever.
I will say one thing in Microsoft's favor, and I don't know if you guys touched on this yet, but I like the fact that they're giving gold members a free game every month.
Yeah, I've already got Fable.
PlayStation Plus does that.
Right, but yet, like a lot of people that play PlayStation, are like, oh, I don't have to, pay every month. So I don't know what the ratio of people who pay versus people who don't.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to also.
I paid $50 for a year, and within the last week, I've gotten over $90 worth of games for free.
Yeah. So.
Like, I bought the Walking Dead season pass for $5 with it.
But as far as I knew, Xbox One was the first person to at least announce it, So I thought that was really cool. So yeah, I already started downloading Fable 3 also.
The thing is, it only extends up until the release of the Xbox One, though.
Oh, I thought it continued through it.
Nope. As soon as that comes out,
once the one is released, that's it.
They said you can keep the games forever, but that's the last of it.
You just can't trade them.
Yeah. And only one friend can borrow them if they've been on your friends list for 30 days.
And then there's something about 10 family members about, I don't know. There's so many, like, if they have to introduce that many caveats to reassure people, there's a problem.
Yeah. So I think we'll end this episode here. This is a long episode.
Oh, yeah.
But, we had a lot to talk about. So, let's see. Well, Man of Steel comes out this weekend.
Boom!
Speaking of that,
so
maybe BG should rehash what we were talking about before.
We can get into that when we actually watch the movie.
Boom!
Ladies and gentlemen, expect BG to be quite mad when he talks about the movie.
Pissed!
The only movie I want to see that's coming out in like the worst way is This Is the End. That movie looks hysterical.
That looks amazing.
Looks so good.
No, it's already out. I think.
Oh, it's out already?
Yeah,
I haven't seen it yet.
Wait, what movie?
This is the end. I just want to see Emma Watson burst through a door with an axe. It's like, come on, there's nothing like more random than that.
Yeah, that's been getting glowing reviews right now. What else has come out recently? Fast the Furious came out, whatever.
I heard that was really good. Then there's also Now You See Me, the one with Jesse Eisenberg from The Social Network.
Oh, right, that magician thing.
Yeah, they're like mad. They like disappear and money takes their place.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot coming out for that, or of movies, and then Wolverine comes out in a month. Pretty much this weekend for me is going to consist of going to play Nintendo demos, seeing Man of Steel, and then
getting harassed by Microsoft employees.
This weekend for me is The Last of Us.
And playing The Last of Us was the last thing I said.
Yeah,
well, Mike, you can break away from the Microsoft employees stalking you from the Nintendo booth at your Best Buy. Good luck. Hey, have you heard about the Xbox One? Man, you got to check that out. The Xbox One, where it's at, man.
No, he'll say that to me like, yeah, it's a piece of shit.
By the way, I finally watched Young Justice.
You did?
Yeah, all of it.
How amazing is that show?
It's not.
What?
It's not.
How do you not like Young Justice?
The main problem with me for Young Justice was it felt like they couldn't do it on their own.
No, they couldn't.
That makes any sense.
they had Cartoon Network really looming over them the entire time, and that showed through. But I think despite that, it was really good.
Another problem I had was every time the team won, it was just trivialized. Like, oh, they stopped this, but we still set in motion a bigger plan. Oh, they stopped this, but it won't even stop us. It's like no matter how many times they won, it made no difference.
Well, that's the kind of darker feel they wanted to go with Young Justice.
That's fine if it's a darker feel.
No, I think it ties into what you were saying, that, if they were able to do what they actually wanted to do, it probably would have made more sense.
I just didn't like that. Every time they did something and defeated this organization, it was just like, no, whatever they did, that didn't matter.
When they beat the Injustice League, it didn't really matter.
So, yeah.
I hear you.
Those were my.
Although they ended it though on such a shitty point.
Dark Side.
Well, no, they didn't mean to end it there.
They revealed the news dude has been like literally manipulating the media the entire time, and then it pulls the dark side. It's like, oh, show canceled. I'm like, no. Yeah, we'll have to have like some kind of like, as far as like shows and movies and stuff, we'll have to have a spoiler cast, because I mean, Game of Thrones,
which I still need to watch. I'm just gonna cut out for that segment.
So yeah,
it's no use.
It really is.
So yeah, we will end it there. So thanks everyone for tuning in again to the YouTube Editor's Perspective podcast. This is a big episode 70, so that was good.
When are we doing our movie thing at the end of summer?
I'm thinking after Wolverine-ish comes out, around there. So we'll talk about it.
I don't know if I'm going to be able to contain my Man of Steel garbage.
No, we're doing Man of Steel on Thursday. We're doing BG's review of Man of Steel on Thursday.
Okay.
We're going to dedicate at least 20 minutes just to BG.
Okay, you think that's enough time?
I'm dedicating 20 minutes. Anything after that, I will interrupt you.
You can go ahead. I'm just gonna plow ahead.
He will be the Ralph of that podcast.
I can't stand this.
What was Clark suicidal? Why did he cut himself with
No, it's not even that. Why is Superman talking to Jor-El? That makes no. What is going on? What are you doing?
Yeah. It hasn't even come out yet.
Thanks, everybody.
Jesus H. Christ, what is wrong with these people? Have they ever read a Superman comic in their life? Oh, you're dark and
Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next week. Proceed, send us away.
Latest.